Hello again, Blair fans. This is Shane Morris coming to you live from the softball complex here in Blair as Blair hosts Bishop Neumann from Wahoo and for tonight's softball contest. Bishop Neumann comes in sporting a 20-3 record, pretty impressive season for the Cavaliers here this year. Bears coming in at 8-10, looking back to maybe get a good win here. Taylor Cooper starts on the mound, and the first pitch just misses for ball one. Try to pick up some numbers for you here. Got a little bit of a late start, so I apologize for that. Trying to time things up, and they got started a little quick on me. So, Mary Shotville at the line, freshman, or at the plate for the Cavaliers. Second pitch in there for strike two, so count goes 1-1. That one is foul, so count goes 1-2. Neumann comes in, like I said, at 20-3, rated number 3, I believe, in Class C. Bears playing in that Class B, but not a whole lot of difference, I think, in the softball being played. It's Class C and Class B. So definitely a tough challenge here for the Bears. Picking up that foul ball, I think, or something in the outfield there needed picked up, so they got that squared away, and back to the pitch. Count is 1-2. Fouls that one back, so stays 1-2. Once again, Cooper starting on the mound. Seen both Allie Bloom and Cooper doing a lot of pitching for the Bears here this year. That one a little high and outside for ball two. That one a little inside. Moves count to full, so 3-2. Schvattel is, I think, how you pronounce that name, but I could be wrong. That one's low, and ball four puts her on the base, so runner at first. Got ahead of that batter, but good job by the batter being patient and making her pitch to her, and ended up getting that walk. This is number 7. Katie Lilly at the plate. Cooper in there. A bunt, and that goes foul. Looking to advance the runner there. Bears moving quickly on it, but it went foul behind the catcher, so 0-1 is the count. Cooper high and outside for ball one, so count now 1-1. That one is fouled off too, so now the count goes 1-2. Definitely trying to get that bunt down. Umpire cleaning off the plate. Lily's ready at the plate. That one swung at, quickly snagged there by Cooper, and gets the lead runner out. So Schvat will go to the dugout. Still a runner at first base, but one out down for the Bears there. Nice quick snag there from Cooper. Good reactions. Probably would have got through for a base hit had she not snagged that. That one's in there for strike one. Good pitch there. Looks like Maggie Vasa in there at the plate for the Cavaliers. A swing. That's going to be picked up by the second baseman. Goes to first for the simple out there. But they do advance the runner. 2 outs, though. Runner at second base. That's Lily at second base there. Bears with 2 away, though, can end the threat just by getting the batter out. That one's in there for strike one. That does bring the cleanup hitter to the plate. Haven't quite picked up the number there, and I didn't have a chance to get the lineup beforehand. Looks like it might be Taylor Sturr. That one goes right to the shortstop. Quick throw to first base, and that's going to be pretty routine out. And the Bears end that side with 1 stranded. So the Bears gave up that walk, but then pretty routine 3 outs there for the Bears. Good job of defense there behind Cooper. Thank you again for joining us here at Blair Softball Complex, as the Bears are hosting Cavaliers for just joining us. Cavaliers come in at 20-3 record, rated number 3 in Class C. Bears are 8-10, unranked in the Class B. Bears coming up to bat. Hadley Schottville. That name's going to mess me up all night. Schottville on the mound for the Cavaliers. Getting loose. The Bears are getting warmed up. Leading off for the Bears. Looks like it'll be Angela Scott. Bears did a nice job that first inning. Gave that first batter walk, did Cooper, but Bears played nice defense, including Cooper snagging that hot shot right back at her. Got 3 outs straight away and stranded the runner at second for the Cavaliers. It'll be Scott at the plate for the Bears. Schottel at the plate for Cavaliers. That's Hadley. We saw another Schottel, Mary Schottel was the leadoff, I believe, or second hitter for the Cavaliers. That went in there for strike one to Scott. Big swing here. Left fielders, though, is going to settle under that one for out number 1 from Scott. That'll bring Kayla Nielsen to the plate for the Bears. Batting on that left side. Cavaliers outfield coming in. Nielsen does a good job of getting some nice hits through the infield and getting on base. So Cavaliers trying to maybe cut off any extra bases she might get. That one's high, so 2 straight balls to Kayla. Nielsen ready. Schottel. The nice pitch, good stop from the shortstop, and gets that one over to first base quickly. Got down in front of that one, kind of a low grounder. didn't let that one get through and scooped it up and sent it over to first base for out number 2 for the Bears. That'll put Gosker at the plate. She bats on the right side. Now one in there for strike 1. Right down the middle. Two outs for the Bears. Gosker's going to hit that one in the gap and get on base, so the Bears are going to get a runner on base here with 2 outs. And I think we're going to get a courtesy runner for Gosker as she plays catcher. Can't quite pick up who's at the plate. Usually it's McDonald, but I don't see her at the plate, so haven't picked up that number yet. Looks like Allie. So Allie Bloom at the plate. She does a nice job of hitting the ball. Fouls that one off for strike 2. First one was in there for strike 1, and then the foul ball there for strike 2. Allie's got good power, slight build, but great power at the plate. And does a good job of hitting the ball, timely hits. There's one deep down the right field fence, and that one's going to go foul. So she'll fight that one off. Counts 0-2 to Allie Bloom. Schwadel is at the plate for, that's Hadley Schwadel, number 29 for the Cavaliers, pitching. There is a courtesy runner there for the Bears. Hannah Koch at first base, courtesy running for Katie Gosker. Allie Bloom slaps that one down the right field line again. Fighting off those pitches. Count is now 1-2. Two outs for the Bears, so Bloom looking to maybe try to get this run through. Nice double would probably do it. She's going to send one right to the shortstop. Bad throw, though. And Allie's going to get on base on the air. And that's going to put Koch all the way to third base now. So the Bears in good position here with the runners at the corners to maybe get a run across. And now you got McDonald coming up. Batting in that 5th spot. She smacks one right to the first baseman. Good reaction, snags that one out of the air, and that's going to be out number 3 for the Bears. So the Bears are strand 2, runners at the corners. Gosker getting on with 2 outs. And then Bloom getting on base on the air. McDonald smacked one right at the first baseman. Snagged it right out of the air. Good reactions by that first baseman. Usually those will eat up an infielder, but Cavaliers at 20-3 probably going to be able to make that play. Bears getting loosened up. Looks like they're ready. Then you have the pitcher for the Cavaliers coming up to bat. They stranded one at second base in the first inning. And that's going to be Schwadel at the plate. Cooper for the Bears is on the mound still. That one's going to be slapped in the gap. Picked up by Bloom, sent to second base to keep the runner at first. So leadoff hit for the Cavaliers. Bears walked the first batter in the first inning, but then 3 straight outs and got out of that inning without really any harm. Leadoff runner on again for the Cavaliers in this inning. Bears would like to do the same thing. 3 straight outs and send them back to the dugout. Here comes a pitch from Bloom. That one's in there for strike 1. Haven't picked up that number for the batter yet. Looks like it might be number 6. I can't even try that last name. I'm not sure. But picked up there by Bloom and sent to first base, so good job by Bloom. Good reactions. Got it over first for that first out. There is a courtesy runner, and I'll get that number for you as soon as I can. Courtesy runner at second base. Schwadl being the pitcher, I'm pretty sure they want to keep her fresh and not have her out there running bases. Getting hurt running bases. That ball's in there for strike 1. Bloom pitching well tonight. Or Cooper, pitching well tonight. Courtesy runner's number 5. Hattie Bohawk. That one's high for ball 1. I thought that first pitch was a strike, but I don't see it on the scoreboard, so keep an eye on that. That one's a strike. Scoreboard it says 1-1, but I thought it was 1-2. I might be wrong. Yeah, 1-2's count. Bloom a little high and outside. Count moved to 2-2 now. One out. Cooper to Bohawk here. Takes a swing at it right to third base. A little trouble gathering that one, but is able to get it up and over is McDonald for out number 2. Bohawk, the courtesy runner, was able to advance to third base. Apologize, I was saying Bohawk was at the plate. She is not. She was not. That's Onutka. Katie Onutka was at the plate, and she was thrown out by McDonald. First pitch in there for ball 1. Looks like Caitlin Cavan at the plate for the Cavaliers. My eyes aren't as good as they used to, so I can't pick up those numbers very well. Especially the ones on the front. Cooper. Swing goes to right field and settled under nicely there. By Kinley Hansen for out number 3. And the Bears, Cavaliers strand another one at third base this time. The Bears get out of that inning without anything hurt. So nice job again by the Bears. Cavaliers making a little bit of noise, but nothing too big yet. Bears playing good defense. That one that ate up McDonald a little bit, she had to dig out of the ground, is a good one to get out, because if you get 2 runners on base, then you're, with only 1 out, you're kind of fighting it. So good job by McDonald getting that out. Otherwise, the Bears might be staring at 2 outs with 2 runners on the bases. So haven't been able to pick up the number for the batter for the Bears. Schwadl at the plate for the Cavaliers. That one in there for strike one. Good pitch. Looks like that might be Haley Coakley, but I can't quite tell. Swing and a miss on that one for strike two. So count goes 0-2. It is senior night for the Bears, so we'd like to thank all the seniors. Taylor Cooper, Allie Bloom, Kinley Hansen, J.C. Meganson. That pitch in there for ball one, so the count goes 1-2. Also Kayla Nielsen, Haley Coakley, Katie Gosker, Megan Sorensen. Thank all those seniors. That's strike three, so out number one there for the Bears. That was Haley Coakley there at the plate, number 19. First baseman senior. Big cut there. Schwadl in. That's a strike one, swing and a miss there for the Bears. Again, haven't picked up that number yet, but I'll try. Looks like it might be Kinley Hansen at the plate. That one in there for strike two. 0-2 to Hansen. Schwadl pitching very well for the Cavaliers. Throws a lot of velocity. Got good control. Misses on that one though. Count goes 1-2 to Hansen. Pretty sure that's Hansen. Gets one down, but didn't get all of it, and just kind of dribbling down the third base line and scooped up by the third baseman and throws her out at first base. So out number two for the Bears. J.C. Megason at the plate. Also one of those seniors for the Bears. She fouls that one back off the ground, so count goes 0-1. At the bottom of the second inning here, Megason at the plate, Schwadl pitching. Some pretty good control and good velocity. Fouls that one off, does Megason. Coach Fangmeyer giving some good instruction over there from the third base spot. And they're going to catcher looking there. Called that one on the outside. Megason thought that was going to be a ball, but they're going to call it a strike for out number three. So the Bears, I believe, go 3 up, 3 down on that one. And the Cavaliers are coming back to the plate. Does like Cooper's still pitching for the Bears. Cavaliers have done the Bears have done a nice job against the Cavaliers here defensively. Haven't been able to get the bats going quite yet, but good job when they're in the outfield. As we move to the top of the third inning, Cooper in there for strike one. Taylor Sabatka, number 10, senior for the Cavaliers, at the plate. Swing, and that's going to pop in and drop. For the third straight inning, the Cavaliers are able to get their leadoff runner on base. So base hit there for Sabatka. I think that's going to bring the top of the order back. It's Mary Schwadel for the Cavaliers is at the plate now. That one's low, so ball two. She was walked in the first inning. Runner at first base for the Cavaliers. That one low, but called strike one. So 2-1 to Schwadel. That one also in there. A little low and outside, but caught that corner as the count goes 2-2. You know, Cooper doesn't want to walk her twice, so. Swing and gets that one into the gap. Picked up by Bloom. Both runners save, so now you have runners at first and second. And maybe those bats are starting to come alive a little bit for the Cavaliers. Schwadel on base again, along with Sabatka at second base. Looking for the bunt. That one's going to get in there for strike one. Doesn't look like she pulled that bunt attempt out of there in time. No bunt attempt there. But Cooper did miss high on that one, so it's going to be 1-1. Swung right to the shortstop. Goes to third base, looking to throw for a double play there, but McDonald holds on to it. Wasn't going to get there in time. But they do get the lead runner out. That was Sabatka. I hadn't picked up the number of the batter yet, so I'll try to get that to you as soon as I can. Kind of blocked here a little bit by the umpire. Maggie Vasa is at the plate. First pitch misses for ball one. Cooper misses high on that one for ball two, so 2-0 to Vasa. Looks like Kitty Lilly on first base there for the Cavaliers, number 7. That one misses, so 3 straight balls there from Cooper, and it's 3-0 to Vasa. I believe is the number 3 hitter for the Cavaliers. Taking that one all the way, so in there for strike one. So 3-1 to Vasa. Swings at that one, goes deep, and that one's going to be out. Runner tags up at second base, and gets to third. Tried to go to second base to get that runner errant throw, but they get her at third base for out number 3. Runner does come across at home plate there. throwing error from McDonald does let one run score, but the Bears do get the runner at third to end the inning. A little wild and crazy there at the end of that inning. Looked like number 4, Riley Thurlow. That's who it looked like. I thought it was number 4 there in the outfield for the Bears. Might have been Kayla Nielsen. Believe that's where she normally plays, so I might have messed that up, so I apologize if I did. But good catch by her, but then the runner's tagged. Bears tried to throw her out at third, missed the first one, then went to second to try to get that runner coming from first for second base. Throwing error allowed the runner at third base to advance and score, but then the runner at second base tried to advance to third, and they got her on trying to get that extra base and threw her out. So that ended the inning for the Bears, or for the Cavaliers, ended their at-bat. So now the Bears back to at-bat. Schwadl in there. Looks like that might be, can't quite pick up the number, so I apologize. Kinley Hansen, maybe? Swings in the gap and is going to get on base. Nice job. Get the leadoff runner. That is Hansen at that was batting, so she is on base now. I think that's going to bring up the top of the order. Scott at the plate. She's going to try and bunt, fouls that one off for strike one. Schwadl figured out what she wants here. Comes in high for ball one, so count goes 1-1. It is Scott at the plate getting the sign from Fangmeyer. Looking to bunt. That one goes in the dirt for ball two, so 2-1 to Scott. Looking to bunt again, pulls it out of there, and that one goes high for ball three. So 3-1 to Scott. Just looking to bunt again. Gets that one laid down, barely goes anywhere, and they're going to call foul ball. So that'll go to full count now, 3-2. Both their bunt attempts have gone foul. All the other pitches have been balls, so full count here. Bears trailing 1-0 to the Cavaliers. Takes a swing at that one. Third base picks it up, gets him at second, drops it, and they're going to call her safe. So Hansen gets on second base on the error from the Cavaliers. Get a little timeout here as the Bears have runners at first and second now. Coach wants to have a little discussion at the mound there with his infield. Looked like it was going to be a pretty routine play, and then Looked like second baseman just dropped it. So Scott will get on with the fielder's choice. And Hansen will advance to second base on the error. I do apologize. I didn't get the lineup, so I can't just read who's coming next. I got to try and pick up those numbers. They're a little small for my eyes anymore, and especially on the front of those jerseys, so I can't always pick up the batter right away. I believe it was Kayla. That one goes right off Schwadl. He's going to be able to tag Hansen out. Right off the thigh of Schwadl, the pitcher. Picked up by the third baseman, tags Hansen out. But that's going to leave runners at first and second base still with one out. Coach out there checking with this pitcher to make sure she's okay. He'll give her a little bit of time. Pretty sure that was Nielsen on that one, and she hits the ball with a lot of velocity, so you know that hurt because it came off of her thigh and all the way over to third base. So the ball was moving, plenty of velocity. She says she's good and ready to go, so we're going to get back to the action here. Give her a lot of credit. That had to hurt. Going to give her a couple pitches, make sure she's okay. And she's ready to go. Looks like she's still throwing pretty good, so probably a little sore, but looks like she's going to be okay. Bears are runners at first and second. Just one out. Swing, first baseman or second baseman tries to handle it, gets the runner or the batter out at first base. Runners advance to second and third base. That's Nielsen and Scott. I believe that was Gosker at the plate for the Bears. And that'll bring Allie Bloom to the plate. The cleanup hitter for the batters, 2 outs. She takes a big swing, and that one's going to go deep and foul. Seen her go yard a few times, so we know she's got that kind of power in her. Scott and Nielsen at third and second base respectively. Bloom at the plate, 2 outs. Strike one on that foul ball down the right field line. That went in there for strike 2, so now 0-2 to Allie. She's going to start fighting off these pitches if she wants to get one she can swing at. Got a feeling she's going to try and make her chase one here, so she's going to have a good eye. Jumps on that one, but sends it foul down the left field line. Down towards third base. You have to a lot of fighting off anything close here from Allie, as she's down 0-2 with runners in scoring position. She'd love to get a base hit here. You might get 2 out of this one. Sends that one deep, and that's going to be all the way to the fence. Cavaliers come up throwing. And she's going to get a stand-up double out of that. So timely hitting there from Allie. Sends that one all the way to the fence. Both runners get across. Nielsen and Scott both score, so the Bears go up 2-1. Great job from Alley there on timely hitting. Sends that one all the way to the fence on a good shot. McDonald's going to come to the plate now for the Bears. That one in there for strike one. Swaddle showing no ill wear from that that ball she took off her thigh. Swing, that's going to go right at the, and they're going to call interference there on Bloom. As looked like the shortstop was going to get that one pretty easy, and Allie was headed for third base with 2 outs. She's running, and minor collision there with the shortstop, so they're calling interference, and they're going to call that out. That'll end the Bears' inning. But the Bears did get 2 across. Strand only 1 and take a lead here as we go to the top of the 4th. Cavaliers coming to bat. Bears leading 2-1. So good job from the Bears there. Able to get those 2 runners all the way around with 2 outs. Allie Bloom with that double all the way to the fence. Cooper at the plate for the Bears tonight. Pitching pretty well. Holding this Cavaliers team to just 1 run so far. They're already number 3 in Class C, so sporting a 20-3 record. Pretty solid Cavaliers team. Bears looking good here tonight, though. First pitch outside for ball 1. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0. To Taylor Sturr, it looks like, number 12. That one also low. So ball 3. 3 straight balls there to the first batter here in the top of the 4th. Seeing Cooper trying to maybe work around these the batters from the Cavaliers. That one is high. So ball 4. I believe that's Schwadl coming to the plate. With a runner on at first base. Swing, and that one's going to get past Cooper all the way to Nielsen in center field. Runners are going to go to first and second base. No outs now. Runners at first and second. Signal coming from the coach over there. Ball 1 from Cooper. It's Kitty Onutka at the plate for the Cavaliers. That one's outside for ball 2. Swung and fouled off. Out of play. The count goes 2-1. That one's going to fade to the outside. Good eye from the Cavalier batter, and that's going to go 3-1 now. Runners at first and second. Slapped hit to first. Tries to go to second. Can't quite make that play. Runner's going to go all the way home. So the lead runner gets all the way around. Bears first baseman had the play there at first base, got that out, tried to get a second one there, but a little off with the throw. And the runner that was advancing to third goes all the way home, so the Cavaliers able to get one out of that action. One out for the Bears. Game now tied 2-2. Little conference at the mound from the Bears. Swing and fouled off. So that makes it 0-1. Still haven't picked up the number yet. That one right in there, so 0-2 quickly goes Cooper. Runner at second base. Cooper's got the signal in there. Slap hit right to the second baseman for out 2, or right to the shortstop. Playing shortstop for the Bears. Number 33, and I don't have a 33 on my sheet, so I'm not sure who that is. But good play. The runner had to dive back to second base to avoid getting tagged out. That one in there for strike one. Caitlin Cavan at the plate for the Cavaliers. That one low. Counts 1-1 now. That one misses. Looked like it was a little high, so 2-1 goes the count. Bears with 2 outs, so they're just trying to get this batter out here. Cavan doing a good job at the plate, though, making her pitch to her. That one swung and right to the first baseman. And the Bears get the out, retire the side. Looks like maybe Haley Coakley over there playing first base for the Bears. And they end the threat. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Game tied 2-2. Bears hanging right in there with one of the best teams in Class C right now. As Cavaliers again come in 20-3 on the season. And rated third in Class C. Definitely a quality softball team the Bears are facing here tonight. The Bears acquitting themselves very, very well. Bears are 8-10 on the season, playing in Class B. A lot of powerhouses in Class B in softball, so got to be kind of on point if you're going to have a good record in Class B, that's for sure. Looks like Haley might be coming to the plate. Senior playing first base on senior night, gets that out. So we move to the bottom of the fourth. Schwadl took that pitch off the leg in the last inning, but looks like she's up and recovered nicely in pitching. Grounder to the shortstop, and they throw Haley out at first base. Little chopper into the infield, scooped up quickly by the shortstop, and a quick throw. And they're going to give her that out. So 2 quick outs here from the Bears. I believe that was on 2 straight pitches. Never did pick up the number of the batter there, so I do apologize. There's a swing and fouled that one off. It's getting really hard to see him as we get into the nighttime here. I have my binoculars and my glasses don't work as well as I think they should. Swing and sent backwards to the fence. I think that's going to make it count 0-2 now on 2 straight foul balls. That one's high and outside and missed for ball 1. Makes it count 1-2. Bears tied 2-2 here with the Cavaliers, bottom of the 4th. Looks like J.C. Megason at the plate for the Bears. Chvadl got her on an off-speed pitch. You could see her try to hang on to that bat because she realized when the ball was halfway there that it was too late. And the Bears are going to go 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th as we move to the top of the 5th with this game tied. Bears gave up 1 run in the top of the 3rd and 1 run in the top of the 4th for the Cavaliers' 2 scores. And the Bears did get 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, but nothing here in the bottom of the 4th. So that's where we stand as the game's tied 2-2. Cooper's been pitching for the Bears, doing a pretty good job of making these Cavaliers earn their runs, only having 2 here in the 5th inning. That pitch in there for ball 1. Kind of hit the dirt there a little bit. Bears have let the leadoff hitter of each first 4 innings get on base. But they're going to stop that trend right here as that hit comes right back at Cooper. Handles it nicely and throws out Sabatka at first base. That pitch swung and a foul ball, being chased by several Bears, but couldn't quite get there. That makes count 0-1. Looks like it might be Chvadl back at the plate, leadoff batter, or number 1 hitter for the Cavaliers. 1 out. Count is now 0-2. That one a little high for ball 1. Count goes 1-2. Cooper in there, a little chopper, picked up Mike McDonald, quick throw, and they're going to get her at first base. So two quick outs here from the Bears. Looking to keep this Cavaliers offense in check as they're tied right now, 2-2. Bears got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, but then went 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the fourth. So the Bears trying to do the same here, return the favor in the top of the fifth. Looks like Katie Lilly at the plate for Cavaliers, and she watched that one blow past her for strike one. Cooper with the pitch, swung and zipped it down third base line, but well foul. So that'll make count 0-2. Now Cooper with 2 outs and well ahead of the batter can make her maybe try and chase one here. You know, the batter's probably eager to try to get on base, but Cooper paint them corners. That one a little high, though, for ball one. Count goes 1-2. Lily's at the plate for the Cavaliers. Here comes the pitch. Swung, popped up, and that's going to be out of play. No, it's not. That play is going to be made over there along the backstop. By Haley Coakley, I believe. First baseman over there. Up against the fence, made that catch. So 3 up, 3 down. Bears return that favor. Look to get something going here at the bottom of the fifth. And he's starting to click away here pretty quick, so the Bears would like to get a lead. As we get later and later, just 2 more at-bats for the Cavaliers if the Bears can get a lead. Well, not 2 more at-bats, 2 more innings at-bat. 6 total at-bats. If the Bears can get all 3, it can go 3 up, 3 down each inning. The Bears got to get something going here, get that lead. Rather not have to go extra innings here to get this win. It'd be a big win for the Bears for sure. Those Cavaliers are rated number 3 in Class C. Uh-oh. Got the signal in there. Swung. Popped up. Outfield under it and settles in for out number 1. Looked like Kinley Hansen there for the Bears. That one outside in ball 1. Looks like Scott's at the plate, so the top of the order for the Bears coming up. 1 out. That one in there for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Scott digs in. Here's the pitch. That was way high for ball 2. So now 2-1 to Scott. Wanted that one, but well outside. She was leaning way over trying to get a look at it, but thought better of it, and that one goes ball 3. So 3-1 to Scott. That one's really low, almost down around the ankles. So first time I've seen Schwadl kind of lose a little bit of that control. She's usually able to get it where she wants it, but not that time. And it's going to put Scott on first base on the walk. Should bring up Kayla Nielsen, batting from that left side. She's the one that hit it off her leg last time, so that one's high for ball 1. You know, that's got to be back of the pitcher's mind that this batter hit me in the leg last time I was pitching to her. Kayla's ready. Here comes a pitch. That one's in there. Might have been a little close as that one bottom started to fall out on that one, but the count goes 1-1. That one's way outside and low. So ball 2, 2-1 to Kayla. Nielsen hits with a lot of power, a lot of speed. Is able to find the gap, so outfield way back. Swung and well out of play. Fouled that one off, back behind the backstop and over into the other softball field, so. Not much you could do there. Counts now 2-2. Fouls that one off, slaps it down the third base line, but well foul. Fight off the pitcher for another pitch. One out for the Bears. 2-2 is the count to Kayla. Nielsen. Schwadl on the mound. Swung, popped up. That one's caught. Scott standing halfway in between to make sure if that one was dropped, she could get to second base. So fly out from Nielsen. Bring up Gosker. Gosker is the catcher. She also has pretty good power. Usually has pretty good at-bats, but 2 outs. Scott on first base on the walk. That one is in there for strike 1. 0-1 goes the count. That one low in the dirt a little bit. I had to dig that one out, did the catcher. But that'll make count 1-1 now to Gosker. Gosker ready. Schwadl got the sign. Pitch is going to miss high and outside for ball 2. 2-1. Scott on first base. They don't want to mess with Gosker too much. You give her a good pitch, she could put it out. She's got that kind of power. So pitcher being careful. They're going to call that one. Caught that bottom right corner, the outside bottom corner there for strike 2. Count goes 2-2. Gosker at the plate. Schwadl winding up. A little chopper goes foul. Bears really looking to find a way to get Scott around these bases. Good speed from Scott. That's why she's the #1 hitter. Good hit. A double here might send her all the way home and give the Bears the lead. Little chopper to the third base. Picked up quickly. Is going to be sent over to first for the out. And that'll retire the side for the Bears. Stranding 1 at first base. As we move to the top of the 6th. Game still tied 2-2. Bears looking to make something happen there, but couldn't quite get it done. So they're able to score there. Puts them in a pretty good position with only 2 innings left in this game unless we go extra. Cooper doing a nice job of pitching around these batters from the Cavaliers. Actually, both pitchers doing a nice job as we're 2-2. No team really able to string anything together at the plate. Looks like Vasa's at the plate for the Cavaliers. Cooper on the mound for the Bears. Top 6. That one swung and a hot shot right at Nielsen. Nielsen fields it. Not going to get there, obviously, as with a shot into the outfield to stop that runner, but does get it back quickly into the infield and holds her at first base. So Vasa gets on with the leadoff hit, and the Bears have allowed the Cavaliers to get the leadoff in all but one inning, and that was the last inning. Little chopper's going to get into the gap. And now the runners at first and second for the Cavaliers. Saw this last inning. They were able to get one run across because of that, but let's see if the Bears can do a little better this time as the 2 first batters are on base, no outs. It does look like Caitlin Cavan may be at the plate or Schwadel. I can't quite pick up the number. One of those two. Looks like it might be Schwadel. That went in there for strike 1. So 1-1, it goes the count. Cooper on the mound, runners at first and second. That one swung. Looks like it might have come off Bloom, but I couldn't quite tell. Picked up by the Bears and handled easily at first base. Runners do advance, though, so now you have runners at second and third with 1 out. Bears going to have to be careful here. Base hit's going to score 1, possibly 2 runners. Don't want to get behind at this stage of the game if you can avoid it. That was going to be ball 1. A little outside was the pitch from Cooper. That one's going to drift outside for ball 2. Looks like that might be Onutka at the plate again for the Cavaliers. She lays down the bunt. They got her in a pickle along the third base line. And they're going to tag her out. Well, that's going to be the second out. Looked like maybe, can't pick up that number. Looks like Bloom maybe diving to get that out. Runners do advance to second and third, though, on the fielder's choice. Batters on base. Allie really hustling there, knowing they needed that out. Couldn't let that runner get to home plate. Caught her in the pickle. 2 outs now, though, so the Bears can just worry about getting the batter out. To get the batter out, the runners don't matter. Haven't picked up the number yet of who that is, though. That one's going to be low in the dirt, wild pitch. Here comes the runner. And they're going to call her safe, drop the ball. Cooper looked like she might have had her, but the ball came loose. So she's going to be safe, and that's going to get 1 across on the wild pitch. And Neumann goes up 3-2. Onutka goes to third base. It's going to be ball 1 there. Looks like she might have had her at the plate, but then lost the ball, so that's going to make her safe. That one in there for strike 1, so count goes 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Handled by Gosker. But that'll make the count 2-1. That looks like it might be Maria Emma Cavan at the plate for Cavaliers. Swung, popped up. Bloom's going to settle under that one and get the third out for the Bears. Damage done though there on the wild pitch as the Cavaliers do take a lead. So the Bears, as we head to the bottom of the sixth, down 1, would like to maybe get a couple runs here as Cavaliers, if the Bears can get a lead here, Cavaliers would only have one more inning to get back into it. Bears have been able to hit a little bit against Schwadl, so like maybe see them string a couple together here and make this a big inning for themselves. Put the Cavaliers in that pressure situation. Regardless, Bears do have 2 more innings now. They got the bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 7th here to try to get some runs. Top of the 7th, though, they will have to hold down the Cavaliers. They've done a pretty good job, only giving up 3 runs to the Cavaliers here tonight. Cavaliers, again, rated 3rd in Class C, so you know they're a quality softball club. Have a 20-3 record on the season. I believe Bloom's going to be at the plate. She made that diving out on the pickle and then tag on the pickle and then caught that fly ball here in left field. Allie's going to take a poke at this one, and that one's going to get dropped, and she's going to get all the way to second base. So I believe we're going to call that an error as she was underneath that one, had a chance to make a play on that one, dropped it. Tough play, though. Allie gets on base with a double. No real threat to throw her out there on that double. And McDonald's going to come to the plate. McDonald's got a good bat, too, so one swing of the bat here could put the Bears in the lead. That one inside on McDonald. McDonald didn't flinch at all. That was well inside. Didn't move. We get ball 1. That one low, but called strike. Low and outside, but strike 1. So count goes 1-1. Schwadl with the pitch. That one's going to be high and outside for ball 2. McDonald doing a good job making her work. That was going to go ball 3. So 3-1 is the count. Runners at second base is Allie Bloom. Ripped right at the second baseman, and that's going to be out number 1. Looked like that Miles was going to get through for a second, but that's going to be out number 1. McDonald ripped that one right at the second baseman. Can't quite tell who that is at the plate. And that's hit by pitch, so that's going to put, looks like maybe it might be the first baseman, Haley Coakley, on first base. And now the Bears have runners at first and second with just 1 out. And Kinley Hansen possibly coming to the plate. Yeah, it looks like it is Kinley. Little chopper, almost like a bunt. They're going to get her at first base. Good reaction there from the infield on the Cavaliers side. That'll be the second out. Bears have runners at second and third, though. So a good base hit here could score 2 from the Bears. Be big for the Bears to get that kind of lead right now. Can't tell who that is at the plate, though. Possibly Megason. I can't quite pick up that number. If it's not, I apologize. Schwaddle, swing, goes right back to her. She's going to walk it over and quick throw and get the batter out. We're going to move the top of the 7th. Looks like that might have been Lindsey Rolfe coming in to pinch hit for the Bears. And now we go top 7. Bears trailing by 1 here to Bishop Neumann. Score is 3-2. Cavaliers leading. Bears have played well tonight against a pretty quality Cavaliers club, so can't take anything away from the way the Bears have played tonight. But they definitely want to get this win. They got to hold down the Cavaliers here with just that 1-run lead. They don't want to give up any more, and then find a way to squeak out a couple runs in the bottom of the 7th. Caitlin Cavan at the plate for the Cavaliers. Cooper in there, swung and fouled back to the fence for strike 1. That one looked like it was going to be a strike. Big cut, but fouled back to the fence again for strike 2. Counts 0-2 now. Cooper well ahead in the count on the leadoff batter. Like to get her out. Haven't had much success getting the first batter out in these innings, but got a chance here. Good chance. That one misses for ball 1. A little outside. Cavan trying to step over there and maybe get a swing at it, but thought better of it as that went well outside. Cooper dropped one in the dirt on her, but she got a piece of the bat on it, and that one goes foul, so 1-2 still. That bottom was falling out of that one hard. A little off speed there from Cooper. Fouls it back into her own kneecap. So 1-2. Cooper still got plenty of pitches to work with here. Tried to get her chaser a high one there. 2-2. She was kind of swinging at everything there with the count 1-2. So Cooper tried to get her to chase one. Tries to paint the corner on that one, but misses, so 3-2. That was pretty close. Surprised Cavan laid off that one because that was pretty close, but the count now goes full. Cooper, one bloops, the Cavan bloops that one to the first baseman, and we got the first out of the inning. So the Bears able to get the first batter out. Last time they did that, when they went 3 up, 3 down, did the Bears. Or the Cavaliers went 3 up, 3 down against the Bears, so they can do that again. Be a good way to get into this bottom of the 7th. Sabatka at the plate. She takes a big cut at that one, but fouls it off, out of play. Make the count 0-1. Looks like Cavaliers just taking big cuts, trying to add a run or two or anything they can get here to that lead. That one misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 goes the count. That one fooled her. Fooled the batter there, 1-2. Kind of pulled the chain on that one. The batter got halfway into their swing and wanted to bail out, but it's too late. Sabatka goes 1-2 against Cooper. Cooper ahead now. Puts that one right in there on that corner. That's the corner she was going for. Just missed against the last batter. Got that one. So that's going to be out number 2. Bears 1 out away from getting to the bottom of the 7th and having a chance to get a couple runs and close out the Cavaliers. They are trailing 1, so they need to get the Cavaliers out. They don't want to have any extra runs to try and in a 3-2 game with runs at a premium. That one slapped, dove at by the second baseman, picked up, and she's going to get on base. So a little bit of clutch hitting there as Cavaliers trying to extend this lead of theirs. I believe that was Mary Schwadel at the line as the top of the orders back up for the Cavaliers. That one's low, ball 1. 2 outs. Bears got force outs at first and second base here with a runner on first. Lily's at the plate for the Cavaliers. That one swung at, shortstop. Goes to first, and the Bears get 3 outs on 4 at-bats. Hold down that Cavaliers offense, and now the Bears come to the plate, trailing by 1, bottom of the 7th. Everything right in front of them. They got to get 1 to extend the game. 2 will end it. So the Bears need to get a base runner, at least. Solo shot wouldn't hurt, but if you could have a runner on, you could have yourself a nice little walk-off here tonight. Schwadel at the plate still. Back in the 3rd inning, I believe, she took one off the thigh, but has been pitching well since, so doesn't seem any worse for wear. Maybe Hansen coming to the plate, it looks like, possibly. I'm trying to pick up these numbers, but it's almost lost cause at this point. I just can't see them. It would help if I had the lineup in front of me, but I do apologize. I didn't have time to get all that done beforehand. Well, here we go. Bottom 7th. Bears trail by 1. 3-2 against Cavaliers. 3rd rated in Class C Cavaliers. The first pitch fouled off. Comes the pitch, swung and off the foot, and they're going to call foul ball. So that's 0-2 now. Is Hansen. Really badly wants to get on base. She knows how important that is. But is now down 0-2. And she's going to watch that one go by, expecting Schwadel maybe to get her to chase one. But she threw it right in there for out number 1, and that brings J.C. Megason to the plate. Well, that first pitch in there with some authority. So the count goes 0-1. Schwadel may be challenging these batters. She's going to rip that one. Stop, though. Long throw, and they're going to call foul ball. Boy, that looked like that was in. That was going to be a tough throw. And now that makes the count 0-2. Looked like Megason was maybe going to get there. It was going to be a hard throw. She was just about down to first base already. Schwadl with the windup. Slapped, and that's going to land fair in play. And she's going to be on first base. Nice, powerful hit there. Pretty sure that was Megason. The Bears got one on, one out. Tying run at first base. That one kind of hacked at a little bit. Goes foul down the left field side. Count goes 0-1. Not been able to pick up the number of the batter. Batting from the left side, I would think that'd be Kayla Nielsen. So maybe that was Scott at the plate. That's ball one, so 1-1. That could have been Scott at the plate, so sorry if I was calling her Megason, because it looks like Kayla Nielsen's at the plate now. That'd be the top of the order for the Bears. That one's low and outside, so ball two, 2-1. That one's well high, 3-1. So this is against Nielsen last at bat. Trying to get her to chase some. Nielsen definitely has plenty of power. You don't want to mess around with her if you don't have to. That one's low, and she's going to walk. So good job from Nielsen there, getting the walk. Now the Bears have runners at first and second, one out. Gosker coming to the plate. Another batter with good power for the Bears. He's able to go yard here. That would end it. A slight breeze blowing into the face of the batters, so would definitely have to be a good shot, but I don't think it would hold it up that much. Timeout at the plate by the Cavaliers. Second one from the Cavaliers. The next one, he has to change batters. But we are at the bottom of the seventh. Gosker at the plate. Scott and Nielsen on the bases. That one's high for ball one. Gosker's seen a lot of pitches, so you know she's going to be looking for something she wants to hit. That one deep and gone. That is going to be walk-off territory right there from Gosker. That's going to end it. One swing of the bat. Looking for her pitch. She got it, and she sent it yard. Walk-off home run from Katie Gosker. And the Bears defeat the number 3 rated Cavaliers. They got 2 on base, and Gosker came up and said, I'll take care of business right here for you. Sent that one yard. Very impressive win from the Bears. The 20-3 Bishop Neumann Cavaliers come to Bears territory, walk out of here with a loss. That's going to make it 5-3, as 3 runs are going to come across for the Bears to end this game. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. running the camera, doing everything I got. I don't have any stats for you. Thank you for joining us and sticking with us, but great job from the Bears getting that win. And it's got to feel good for Gosker at the plate. Took that first pitch, waiting for her pitch. Schwadl, with lots of speed on her pitches, threw that one right in there, and Gosker turned on it and sent it. A lot of seniors playing tonight. It wasn't a typical lineup I usually see out of the Bears, so got to think they were getting the seniors a chance to play, and so seniors come through with a big win for the Bears. You got to love that, so congratulations to them. Like to thank all of our sponsors, as without stats I don't have much for you, but I'd like to thank American Broadband Channel 9798, and youtube.com/BSDN Live, and BlairSports.net is where you can catch all of the action. Enterprise Publishing, Blair Community Schools, Blair Community Schools Foundation, Halls, Culligan Water, Nannon and Hart Physical Therapy, Heartland Family Dentistry, Washington County Bank, Jim Ralph Agency, Blair Real Estate, Two Rivers Bank, Herder Orthodontics, Blair Basketball Club, Sid Dillon Chevrolet, S&S Pumping, Kelly Ryan Equipment, Nielsen Custom Homes, Hanson Chiropractic Center, Edward D. Jones, Don Sorensen, and Family Fair. Thank you all for being sponsors. Like to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and excellent job by the Bears as they pull off the 5-3 win over the visiting 20-3 Bishop Neumann Cavaliers, rated number 3 in Class C. So big win for the Bears.